Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have more news for you, but before we get into it, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on all social media platforms. The links are in the description. Now, let's go ahead and start this video. As you can see here, Joe Biden reads from a gigantic, or as Trump would say, a huge teleprompter at another sparsely attended quote-unquote rally. I mean, I don't even know if you can call it a rally at this point, seeing as you can see, the teleprompter is quite literally bigger than the actual crowd. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Despite Joe Biden reportedly holding a commanding lead over President Donald Trump in the polls, some which show the former vice president leading by double digits, Biden continues to draw anything remotely close to a sizable crowd. The concerning lack of excitement over Biden's campaign was punctuated last week when the Democratic presidential nominee and his running mate Kamala Harris made a campaign stop in Phoenix, and there was zero fanfare to greet them. This has also happened in the past when there was fanfare, but it turned out it was Trump supporters welcoming Biden and not his actual supporters, which, as you can imagine, is probably incredibly awkward. And this continues to prove my case that Biden supporters are not voting for Biden because he is Biden. They're voting for Biden because he's not Trump. And if you're voting for someone because they're not someone else, you're not gonna be exceedingly excited about voting for that person. Obviously, there are probably a few Biden supporters who do support Biden because they, for some weird reason, actually think he would be a very good president. But at this point, the large majority of them are not voting for him for that reason. They're voting for him because they don't want Trump to win again, and they are prepared to do anything they possibly can to keep him from getting elected. Anyways, let's continue. As you can see, the Biden campaign experienced another dismal rally on Friday in Detroit, Michigan. Biden appeared at a voter mobilization event in Detroit at around 6:20 p.m. on Friday. This was a drive-in rally at the Michigan State Fairgrounds in Novi. Now, video from the sparsely attended rally was shared on Twitter, where online commenters quickly noticed that Biden's teleprompter was bigger than his crowd. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video, because this is going to be, quite frankly, hilarious.
Putting back the United States Senate and expanding our majority in the House of Representatives. That's why we need to send Gary back to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, Biden doesn't need a teleprompter. He doesn't need one. He can talk without a teleprompter, which is, I assume, why there's a massive teleprompter right there for Biden to read off of. Now, I can understand using a teleprompter occasionally, but it instills much more confidence in the public if you can actually speak without having to rely on a teleprompter to tell you what to say, without having to rely on a teleprompter to potentially prevent as many gaffes and mistakes as possible, which is what this teleprompter seems to be doing. They are much too scared to let Biden speak without teleprompters, and they're too scared to let him speak without being told what to say every single second. So this is the solution. A huge teleprompter right there. Like, why even, at this point, why even have him speak? If you're just gonna be reading off a teleprompter, just literally put that up on stage. Let the teleprompter run instead of Biden. It's not even his words at this point. Now, as you can see, the Biden campaign has been sensitive towards questions regarding Joe's use of teleprompters. Last month, Uncle Joe's national press secretary for the campaign became extremely defensive when he was asked about teleprompters. Fox News' Bright Beyer asked Biden spokesman TJ, has Joe Biden ever used a teleprompter during local interviews or to answer Q&A with supporters? Now, despite being asked that question several times, Ducklow, good old TJ, never answered the question. He dismissed the query as straight from the Trump campaign talking points. Here's the deal. If it is a lie, then you can say no, it's a lie. It's not that hard to dismiss that question, yet for some reason he refused to do it. And this isn't media taking him out of context. This was his full quote. He never said that they didn't use these teleprompters, which is a bit weird, because you would think if it's really just a blatant lie, he would call it as such. Yet he didn't. Now, days after his interview, the Trump campaign released an ad titled Joe's Teleprompter, highlighting Biden's seeming dependence on a teleprompter during interviews. As we can see, the Trump campaign and Trump continue to create the best advertisements and the best campaigns and the best videos because they know what they're doing. They know what the American public wants. They have energy. They are able to convey that energy in their videos. Biden, as we can clearly see by his dismal rallies, has nothing. So yeah, Joe Biden, he's not having a good time on the campaign trail. Because all he's basically doing is going somewhere and reading off a gigantic screen, and then still somehow making mistakes, and then people have video footage of those mistakes, and then it just gets really awkward for him as time continues. And now that the Hunter Biden thing has supposedly happened, it's just gonna get worse and worse for good old Uncle Joe. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for today. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on all social media platforms, and I will see you in the next video.